You ever been posed with a question that really made you think? Well, I got one for you. But before we get into that, do me a favor, hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. We are so close to hitting 2,000 subscribers here on this channel. A lot of you watch the videos, which I definitely appreciate. A lot of you like the videos, which I definitely appreciate. But most of you aren't subscribed. So do me a favor, consider hitting that subscribe button. It goes a long way. That out the way. The question that was posed to me was one by an individual who's not even a bowler. She just knows that her dad drills a lot of equipment. My 16-year-old. She asked me this very thought-provoking question. What makes a bowling ball bad? Now, again, I sat on that question for a few days. And I could really come up with just a couple variables that for me would constitute a ball being quote unquote bad. Bear in mind, these are my opinions and my opinions only. They are subject to change just like anything else. But by all means, please let me know what you think and how you feel about this question in the comment section below. Let's talk about it. Before we all do that, thank you to Next Generation Bowlers Pro Shop for always getting me together. 12bagger.com for making the best jerseys in the game. And Jopo, if you're not using Jopo's thumbs, I don't know what to tell you. Your life is lacking right now, and I don't want that for you. So go to your local pro shop and get some Jopo in your life. Anyway, I'm going to give you just two. Keep it simple. Keep this video brief. Two variables that if both kind of, come together, I will put a ball in a quote unquote not so good, bad ball for me. Now, mind you, in the last couple of years, I've probably drilled up about 60 different bowling balls. Some of them a multitude of times, just to make sure that what I saw could have been affected by maybe a layout change. So variable number one, for me, that would put a bowling ball in a bad ball category. And that would be, it's a A and B part is the lack of versatility. Now, versatility is always contingent on the bowler. I would venture to say I have some room to grow, but I would feel like I do confidently say that I'm versatile in some areas. Again, I'm not a pro in any way, shape, or form, but I can do some things with a bowling ball if necessary. For me, being able to get the most out of my bowling ball is key. And then some bowling balls just kind of fit in a niche. Meaning, so for me, for example, a ball that I drew a couple years ago, the Ivory Rhino Pro. The Ivory Rhino Pro was a really, really great ball for a lot of people, actually. But that ball was really good only if I needed to go up the lane. That was it. I could not swing it. I'm not saying a lot because I don't hook the ball a whole lot. But even light bellies, I couldn't get that ball to turn the corner the right way, even with different hand positions and things of that nature, change different surfaces, and it didn't quite get there. Now, there were several different bowling balls that I could reference, but that was the first one that came to mind. Again, my experience may not necessarily be your experience, so just take it with a grain of salt. These are thoughts that all bowlers, in some way, shape, or form, think about what really does make a bad bowling ball. So for me, again, is a lack of versatility. That's going to be key in not getting in that category. Variable number two, and again, it is a variable. And again, these are my opinions and my opinions alone. So do not flame me in the comment section because you got your idea as to what makes a bad bowling ball too. So don't get it twisted. But anyway, and that is cover stock. The lack of a cover stock, meaning what I mean by that is, let me backtrack. The lack of cover stock consistency / versatility / longevity kind of all go together. Give you an example. And I know a lot of y'all gonna look at me like I'm crazy, but we're gonna keep it a buck here. My experience with the Black Widow 3.0 was not pleasant. Also as recent as the Theorem Solid. Both great balls within their own right. Both great balls out of the box. But the thing that both of those bowling balls did for me that kind of really made me disappointed in them was the cover stock maintenance. Now, you should maintain your cover stocks as best as possible on a frequent basis, which is something that a lot of folks don't. I'm not that guy. I'm in the shop quite a bit and I know how to properly maintain covers. But the thing that those two bowling balls shared in common was the surface would go from like 1500, 2000. If I had a CTD scanner, would be able to fully verify, but it went up like really fast. I mean, like really fast. I had to really focus on a regular basis, making sure that those surfaces stayed the same after 3, 4, 5 games. And that's not something that I like. Flip side, bowling balls like the Pulse, the Evil Eye, those were two bowling balls in particular, or the Motive balls that I've been throwing as of late. Those cover stocks, I have put several games on all of them, and the cover stocks still maintain pretty much this almost, I mean, it's naturally, it's going to go up, but you could see the difference in 3 games, 6 games, 10 games, 15 games with one ball still being consistent ball motion versus between 3, 6, 9, 12 games in like the Black Widow or that Theorem Solid as an example. They got longer and longer and longer, and then both just puttered out. So again, I'm not saying those are bad balls for everyone or just bad balls in the industry, because I think both balls are great in their own right. But for me and in my experience, those were issues that I came across, and those weren't the only bowling balls that I came across. But if I have a bowling ball that I have to consistently throw surface on after 3 or 4 game set, that's not going to be a ball that I want to keep in my bag. That's just so much maintenance. Is that normal? I don't know. I don't think so. Because again, last 2 years, I've drilled up at least 60 bowling balls. And the majority of the bowling balls that I've drilled up did not have that problem. Part B to that, variable number 2, is cover stock longevity, meaning some bowling balls you can get 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 games, even if you are adjusting the surface every so often or cleaning it or baking it. Balls like the Outer Limit Solid probably I think I drilled 2, and I probably put about 40 games, 50 games on it, and the cover stock just, even after resurfacing it, just went. I could not get that ball to recover. It wasn't a bad ball. I know a lot of people that liked it, but the one thing that was a theme with that ball from various people that I know personally and just seen on the interwebs, 50 to 100 games, that cover stock is toast. And for me, that would put a ball in a bad category. Now, I say all that to say, these are just my opinions. Again, they're just my opinions, guys. These are based on my experience. Is experience the best teacher? No. But you just kind of got to take each piece as they come, Manufacturers do their best to try to make the best performing balls as possible for a wide variety of people. But when you drill as many bowling balls as I do, you're going to find that some just, they might be great in the beginning, but after use, maybe your thought process changes on it, and that's okay. It's okay to change your mind. It's okay to be open to seeing what it does over a period of time. Because again, how a ball reacts today is not how a ball is going to react 6 months from now, especially if you've thrown it every day since. It's just science, it's just physics at that point. But again, I want to know what your thoughts are. For you, what makes a bowling ball bad? Again, question by a 16-year-old who doesn't even bowl was a real, as the saying goes, it was a real humdinger of a question. So I thought I'd share my thoughts with you. I'd love to hear yours. Do me a favor. Again, leave that information. Let's have that conversation in the comment section below. If you're not subscribed, do me a favor again. Hit that subscribe button. We're so close to 2,000. I would love, love, love to do a giveaway once we reach that milestone. Until next time, I'm B. Ross, back after 10. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.